Hello my friends and welcome back. Thank you very much for being with me again today. I have an article here that will just show how the Ukrainians in particular and we as human in general lie, and we change the goalpost. So let's say I tell you I'm going to give you money by tomorrow, and tomorrow when I don't give you the money I will say, well, I will give it to you in the next weeks. You know what I mean? So I change it. Even though you say, wait a minute, you said tomorrow. Yesterday's tomorrow. What's going on? Well, no, I didn't say that. Well, let me tell you what's going on here. I caught Mr. Reznikov, the Minister of Defense of Ukraine, with a lie, obviously. Well, he made some claims on the 31st, and they didn't come true. Now they make another claim that again is probably not going to happen, but they just keep the masses in a state of continuous masturbation by giving them hope. That's what they do, and it's understandable. But hey, you see, if you have a little bit of patience, like I did, I employed it in the past 5-6 days, I caught Mr. Reznikov and I knew with a lie. So the article I have here comes from Ukrainska Pravda. It's from January 5, 2023. This is what the Ukrainians are saying. Russia prepares for new wave of mobilization in January. General Staff says, okay, January. But Mr. Kosman made a video on the 31st of December where Mr. Reznikov, the Minister of Defense, said in the next few days, and then he said in about a week, there would be a general mobilization, Russian general mobilization. And I said, that's impossible. So I made a video, please look for it, so you can verify my little weasel attack, that on the 31st of December 2022, this video that I made, it was titled Russia to close its borders, start a general mobilization in about a week. In a week, I think it was, in a week. But the article was on the 31st, I think. I made it on the 31st, but I think Reznikov stated this on the 30th. So with all this, we would get to the 5. They gave the date of 5 of January, the mobilization, which is today. In Ukraine right now is about almost midnight. So I don't think the Russians in Moscow will decree it right now, the mobilization. And I haven't heard anything from Moscow. Putin did not call me to tell me, hey, Emil, we're going to have a general mobilization, okay? Okay, buddy. I don't think that happened, all right? I'm pretty sure it didn't. So Reznikov lied, and I knew he was lying, and I said it in that video. Reznikov, I'm going to come back on the 5th, which is today, and no mobilization, because I know you're lying. This is what they do. Like with children, you give them, this, and then nothing happened. You give them a little more, a little bit more, a little bit more. This reminds me of the period of time when Donald Trump was the president of the United States of America, and the liberal media was provided all kind of naughty and crazy titles and all kind of articles, and people were showing up on TV and they were making claims. And my friends and my acquaintances were all saying, yeah, now we got Trump. Trump is going to do this. And everybody was, yes, let's have a little bit of a jerk off here. And they were all having a, how do you call it, a masturbation and group masturbation. That's what and I was like, how can you be so retards? You don't know this is just a bullshit? They were, nevertheless, they had it. They didn't care if it was right or wrong, if that was true or not. They had it. They had a hype. Okay. And after 3 days, nothing happened. And again, the media came with another stupidity. And everybody was, ha, hoo, ha. And again, group masturbation. I was like, what the hell, people? Are you kindergarten? Have you been around the block one time at least? Or what? No. And that happened almost every day. The media was keeping the retards, that the vote, to the same hype. And they were jerking off every day. And nothing happened. I was like, guys, look, they said that didn't happen. They said that didn't happen. They said that didn't happen. Are you still believing these guys? They didn't care about that. They didn't know. They didn't care if it was true or not true. All they care was that they were getting the hype. Trump will get in trouble. Okay, so the same thing here. Reznikov comes and tells us this. It doesn't make sense, but Reznikov says it, and he's got information. Never believe that guy. Get the fuck out, Reznikov. Now, I understand that. Now, we got these guys here telling us now that in January sometime, they murked the whole thing. And next time they're going to say, well, when nothing happened in January, they will say, actually, in the spring of 2023. Or they would say, oh, see that transfer of troops? That's the mobilization. No, it's not. Yes, it is. Why? Because I say so. And you go like, Jesus Christ, these guys are tards. But nevertheless, they don't even bother to say, hey, Reznikov made a little mistake, knowingly or not knowingly. But no, they don't care. Now let's see what information these guys have for January. The military and political leadership of Russia is implementing measures to prevent men from living abroad en masse. That's exactly what I said on the 31st, Reznikov. He says on the 30th, I think, and I made a video on the 31st because it's when I get the article. It was supplied to me by Igor Konashenko or whatever Russian spy. And anyway, so the military and the political leadership of Russia is implementing measures to prevent men from living abroad en masse and to prepare for a new wave of mobilization, which is expected in January. No bullshit. You said the 5th. And I remember that, and I have that, and you go in that video on the 31st of December, and I give you the name of the media outlet, I give you the date, I give you the title, you can find it. And check on me, which I'm greatly. Alright. To maintain its, I'm quoting, to maintain its offensive capabilities and replenish its losses, the enemy continues to carry out mobilization measures. Oh, it continues shit. This guy said it's going to start in a week. All right. The military and political leadership of Russia Federation is implementing measures to prevent the mass departure of men of conscription aid abroad before the next wave of mobilization, which is expected in January this year. No more 5? No more? Okay. A complete ban on crossing the state border for men of conscription age cannot be ruled out. You've been doing this since February 24, so shut the fuck up. Okay, that's one thing. And you have a martial law since then. And you say, oh, they're going to institute a general martial law. The same, it's in the title of that video. Nothing happened. And I don't think it will happen, just so you know. Anyway, it says here that the main efforts of the Russian occupiers are focused on attempts to completely capture Donetsk Oblast within its administrative border. They are conducting offensive operations on the Bakhmut and Liman fronts. The Russian invaders are unsuccessfully trying to improve their tactical positions on the Kupiansk and Avdiivka fronts, while holding the defense of Novopavlivka, Zaporozhye and Kherson fronts. Okay, alright, I got that. But how is that mobilization coming, Reznikov? So again, that was a lie. Just so you know. And the same as I caught on the 24th of December 2022, Mr. Ben Wallace, the defense minister, I think, of Great Britain, he made another bullshit statement. And I said, Wallace, that's a lie, and I'm going to make a video exposing your lie. And he said, Russians are so depleted of their missiles and rockets, they're incapable of conducting another mass missile attack. And then it was 126, I think it was 129, 2 or 3 were since then. So Wallace again was playing the violin for us. Liar, liar, pants on fucking fire. Thank you very much for being with me again today. Stay strong, stay smart, look for the truth, and be just.